Welcome to the Somme Museum Weapons Talk. Now, the First World War was really the start of the modernisation of warfare as we would know it, and you had the introduction of all new types of weapons and inventions. You had the introduction of the plane, the aeroplane, you had the tank, the gas and flamethrower as well. Now, the weapons that are sitting on this table are very small, some of them, but they're all capable of dealing death and destruction to a soldier. But we're going to start off with the headgear, and this is what was known as the soft peak cap. This was the standard issue for the British soldiers during the war, at the start of the war, and offers no protection whatsoever to the soldiers. It wasn't until late October 1915 that this is introduced, the steel helmet, or the Brodie helmet, after John L. Brodie, the guy who invented it. Now, this helmet, it would not stop a rifle bullet. It might stop a piece of spent shrapnel or a rock, but it took the men a while then to get acclimatized to just what this helmet could do. On the German side, at the start of the war, the Germans would have been wearing a hat, something like this here. This was what was known as the pickelhaube, and pickelhaube translated meant pointy bonnet. Now, this one here has a globe on the top of it, and that means that this guy was in the artillery. He was involved in the firing of the shells. If it had had a spike on it, it would have meant that he was an infantry soldier. Then the Germans, they got their helmet, their steel helmet, the Stahlhelm. Now, this here is a British hand grenade called the Mills bomb, and the Mills bomb, you can see, has little segments just like a chocolate bar in it. So when this exploded, that would have made shrapnel then. Nowadays they would call them fragmentation grenades. The British soldiers had nicknames for this here. They called it the pineapple. And at the start of the war, the British soldiers had a shortage of hand grenades, so they used homemade hand grenades until this was mass produced. By the end of the war, over 75 million of these would have been produced. Now, this is the inside of a Mills bomb, and you can see here is the safety pin and the little lever at the side. Now, the soldiers, British soldiers, would have held the little lever in, pulled out the safety pin. While he held that little lever in at the side, everything's okay. But the minute he throws it and that lever is released, that sets the fuse off. And there would have been a 4 to 5 second fuse on it. And this one here is a German one, and it's called Das Kugel. Das Kugel, it means the ball grenade. And the Mills bomb and the ball grenade, you could probably throw them roughly the same distance, and they would have been thrown over arm just like a cricketer would do. This one here is a French egg grenade. Small but capable of doing damage to a soldier. This one here is the German stick grenade, and the loop on the side, the handle on the side here, it would have looped over the soldier's belt, and the German soldiers would have had a few of these on their belts in case of an attack. The British soldiers had a nickname for this. They called it the potato masher. Here we have a British rifle grenade.